Okay guys, let's roll. We're back in the Middle East. Why are we back in the Middle East? Because Tommy's talking about the Middle East. Yeah, the Tommy I said I wouldn't do any more videos on. I don't want to talk about Tommy. If I talk about Tommy, I want to say something positive about him. You know, when he does good work, he does good work. But lately, his mind and his heart seems to be stuck in a little country in the Middle East. Anyhow, you know my position on this. I'm an anti-Zionist. Yeah, I don't believe we should be involved in the affairs of other countries around the world. Certainly not Israel. America spends enough money looking after them. Anyhow, what's Tommy done now then? Well, you might remember last week I put up a video up where he wanted us to go to war with Iran. He thought we should bomb Iran. Yeah? Well, he just doesn't just want a war with Iran. He now wants us to go to war with Turkey and Syria. He didn't say it in so many words, but you'll see what I mean when you see the video. First of all, in the video he talks about how the poor Kurdish people are suffering, and I'm sure they are. Talking about the new state of Kurdistan, which has been recognised by Israel. Yeah, the Turks don't like it, the Syrians don't like it. Great. But they're all suffering out there, and he thinks we've done nothing to help them. And he tells them, well, if I wasn't such a cold, callous bastard, I'd have had tears rolling down my eyes. He really squeezes the tears from some who talk like this. It's really rather good. Anyhow, let's go have a look at what he's got to say. Yeah? Take it away, Tommy.
They're just on their own now. It's sad thinking about what they're facing. It's sad thinking about it. It's the same with Iran. If you actually sit there and think about it, we're going to help you, we're going to help you, help is on its way, help is on its way, help is on its way, help is on its way. Tens of thousands, the biggest slaughter of civilians we've seen. Probably 50,000 dead, 10,000 lost eyes. Not all those that have been arrested, disappeared, people who don't know where their family are, won't see their family again. Help is on its way, help is on its way. I don't know, yeah. Just sharing my thoughts as I'll keep reading and going down these rabbit holes, just thinking it's just disappointing. We're on the wrong side so many times as governments, whether it be for money, power, minerals, whatever it's for. What we should always be on the right side for is humanity. The Kurds against ISIS, you're on the Kurd side. Iran against the Islamic regime, Iranian side. Israel, Palestine, Israel side.
That was the money shot there, wasn't it, Tommy? Israel. It's always down to Israel. Yeah. So much humanity in this man. He feels sympathy for the poor hard done by Kurds. He feels sympathy for the poor hard done by Iranians. But really, all he's doing is supporting Israel. It's not your war, Tommy. It's not our war. Anyhow, what do we know about Kurdistan and Israeli relationships? Well, look at this. Israel arms the Kurdish people. Kurds actually are not Arabs. They're a separate race. Yeah. And they've got very, very good relationships and have done way back in time. What does it say? When they sell oil to Israel, yeah. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the Kurds in Iraq, yeah, because they're fighting in Iraq as well, are a fighting people who have proven political commitment and political moderation. Yeah, and he further commented that Israel supports the legitimacy of the Kurdish people to achieve their own state. And he goes on to say that how much oil they sell to Israel and Israel supplies weapons to them. Yeah. So that's why Tommy's talking about the porad done by Kurdish people. Yeah. Israel wants us to fight for them. They always want other countries to fight for them. Right. Let's go here now, guys. Have a listen to this guy on LSB Film Productions. This is quite interesting. It's only a few minutes, but I think you'll like it. It's a question many of us ask. Well, those of us with brains ask.
So, genuine question. At what point exactly did the United Kingdom become a political off-branch of Israel? Was there a vote I missed? A referendum? Or did it just quietly happen between coffee and declare your interests? Because this hearing opens and bang, we're off. Not with evidence or with impartiality, but with a roll call that sounds less like a parliamentary committee and more like the guest list for a Friends of Israel reunion dinner. Before we begin, I should declare, oh good, here we go. I'm Conservative Friends of Israel. I'm Labour Friends of Israel. I'm Labour Friends of Israel and of Palestine. Balance, obviously. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you watch.
Order. Can I welcome our first panel today to our follow-up session following the session we held at the beginning of December on the policing of the Aston Villa Maccabi Tel Aviv football game. Before we start, if members of the committee could declare any relevant interests, and I will declare that I am a member and officer of the Conservative Friends of Israel.
I'm a member of Labour Friends of Israel, Labour Friends of Palestine. But I'm also, for 40 years, the spouse of Lord Mann, who's the government's independent, unpaid advisor on anti-Semitism.
And I'm the all-party parliamentary group chair against anti-Semitism. Sorry, the chair of the all-party parliamentary group against anti-Semitism.
I'm a member of Labour Friends of Israel. I travelled with Labour Friends of Israel to Israel in May of last year. I also attempted to travel to Israel with the Centre for the Advancement of Arab-British Understanding and was banned from entry into Israel later in the year. So I've been twice but only got in once. I'm also a member of the Board of Deputies of British Jews.
And I received a donation from the Lib Dem Friends of Israel before the last election.
Thank you very much. If I could ask our witnesses to introduce themselves.
At this point, I'm half expecting somebody to say, and I just want to clarify, I am the state of Israel. Now, don't get me wrong, declaring interests is good practice, but when every single declaration points in the same geopolitical direction, it stops being transparency and starts being performance art. This is supposed to be a UK parliamentary session about policing a football match.
Strange, isn't it? Strange. So many friends. Israel has so many friends in our parliament. Yeah. When I last checked, I found over 200 MPs who belong to Friends of Israel. There's more than that, yeah. They like to go on jaunts to Israel. And you wonder why we give so much support to Israel. Are our politicians bought? Honey-trapped and blackmailed? Who can tell? All I know is what happens in the Middle East is not my war. It shouldn't be your war. And if Tommy Robinson is a true patriot, it shouldn't be his war. We've got enough problems in this country without worrying about what's going on in Kurdistan and Iran. Sort our country out first, Tommy, then we can look at the rest of the world. Okay, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. See you on the next one. Not our war.